The Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week is brought to you. You are looking live at the fabled Tiger Den in Warsaw. For the second straight night, Sports Michiana brings you a top 20 showdown, this time from girls basketball. The 13th ranked Northridge Lady Raiders come a-calling on the top-ranked team in the state of Indiana, the Warsaw Lady Tigers. It's a special edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. How you doing, everybody? Alongside my business and broadcast partner, Angelo Carlo, and with the Hall of Famer, Hundt, patrolling the sidelines, Chuck Freeby. So glad you are with us. Thanks for spending part of your Saturday night with us. We do appreciate it. The Northridge Raiders, Doug Springer's got a perennial power over there in Middlebury, but it didn't start that way for Northridge this year. They started out 2-3. Since then, they've won 12 of their last 13. A young team has grown up.
They really have, playing really good competition of late as well, so they have really grown up, and now they get their biggest challenge of the year, no doubt, facing the number one ranked team in the state. These two teams will likely meet again come sectional time, so this is the primer for that, but they want to see what they have against Warsaw to prepare them for the sectional. Of course, they also want a challenge for the NLC championship.
So they're young, but I asked Doug Springer how confident his team is coming in here tonight.
We're very confident. I think this is the most confident we've ever been in the last several years coming in here. And I think that has a lot to do with our two senior leaders in Cam Conley and Macy Rieksecker. They understand, they've been playing varsity basketball for us for 3 years. They understand this rivalry. They understand the history. They understand what it's going to take to, let's be honest, have a monumental upset tonight with the number one team in the state, as well as the number one team that offensively in the state averages 72 points a game. But, you know, on top of that, they've won 27 games here in a row. They've won 32 straight NLC games. It's not a secret, and our kids know that, and they know that we've had one loss for the last 5 years in conference, and that's all to these guys. And so, you know, both teams know each other very well. We know what's at stake, but I wanted them to understand that, you know, this is a Tiger Den. It's got a lot of mystique to it. There's been a lot of great basketball games here, and tonight's going to be another one of those great basketball games.
Best of luck to you. So you heard the numbers from Doug Springer. 32 straight conference games, 27 straight on this floor. And oh, by the way, Warsaw has a potential Miss Basketball and 2 potential Indiana All-Stars. They ain't shabby.
They have the all-time leading scorer in school history and the 3rd all-time leading scorer in school history. And Hartman will soon become the 2nd all-time leading scorer. That's not easy to do, but when you're averaging over 70 points a game, that's what you get. There's a team that knows what it takes to play big games, win big games, playing for a state championship a year ago. Really good, talented squad does Lenny Krebs have.
But I asked him what is so special about this group of seniors that he has.
Just the love that they have for each other, the connectivity that they have. We could walk away right now and not play another game, and I would be talking about how they loved each other. And they've been through a lot together. I think very few people remember December 2 years ago, 8-7 with this group. They've been through the downs as well as the highs, the valleys as well as the mountains, and they've hung in there together, and they've just had a journey that they've enjoyed the experience together. We have a jar of marbles in there, and each marble represents how many days we have left together. Every day we take a marble out of that jar so we can see how much time we have left together. Because once those marbles are gone, we're never going to experience the same journey again with the same group. And they really understand that, and they appreciate the time they have together with this group, and that's what I love about them. I feel like they're a humble group that they just go out and play hard every day. Fun to coach most days. Fun to coach, but just I'm excited about the marbles that we have left in that jar to see what we can do together.
So we bring in a guy that lost his marbles a long time ago, Hundt, who's patrolling the sidelines for us tonight. And Doug Springer's got a conundrum tonight because the Northridge coach has a team that likes to run up and down the floor, but maybe not at the pace that Warsaw does.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things. They want to get up and down the floor. And when you talk about game planning, well, Doug Springer does that. He puts together about 8 pages for these ladies, front and back, of how you go about, scouting Warsaw. I think one of the biggest things he talked about is playing within themselves and playing as a team and not caring who the other opponent is on the other side of the floor. Be yourself, be confident, and understand your teammates, guys.
Bo, the last time Warsaw was ranked number 1 was in a preseason poll 22 years ago, and they lost the opener. Can they survive a little bit longer as number 1? We'll find out as our Ferret Custom Roll Forming pregame show rolls on with our Tony Letcher Student Athletes of the Week next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. The Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Tony Letcher Health Markets, Tire Rack, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Big C Lumber, Ferret Custom Roll Forming, McInnes Realty, Patrick, Reliance, the Lulliard Insurance Agency, the St. Joseph County Police Department, Babsco, Tom's Car Care Center, and these great sponsors.
Shopping for tires used to make me want to blow a gasket. That was before I went to TireRack.com.
Tire Rack made it easy to find great tires at a great price. 2 years of free road hazard protection. Sealed the deal.
Tire Rack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. Check this out. A technician brought my new tires right to the house. He's installing them now. All set. Thanks. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Ready to be part of our winning team? The St. Joseph County Police Department is hiring, and we are looking for people of all ages who want to make a difference. With a starting salary of $52,000 plus full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, and vacation, you are in control of your future. So whether you're just entering the game or looking for a new position, now is the time to get off the sideline. Learn more today at sjcpd.org.
Experience the summer in style with decking from Big C Lumber. From the professional to the do-it-yourselfer, Big C will assist you through the entire deck planning process. Big C's selection of composite and PVC decking material offers durability and low maintenance, all while maintaining the look and feel of real wood. Our free delivery service ensures more of your budget is allocated toward your project. Revitalize your outdoor living space with Big C Lumber.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
With Surf Fiber Internet, you'll catch all the big plays as they happen. The winning goal, the last-second three-pointer, the walk-off home run, the touchdown that changes everything. You'll see them all. No lag, no throttling, no buffering, no missed highlights. Just blazing fast streaming from start to finish. Whatever sport you love to watch, Surf keeps you connected. Surf Internet, built for game day and every day. Score big today with fiber internet plans starting at just $30 a month, including free Wi-Fi, free installation, all-in pricing, and price lock for life.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Michiana area? Call McInnes Realty, Michiana's fastest growing real estate company where service comes first, built on knowledge, care, and community. Through our Homes for Heroes program, we proudly give back to those who serve. Firefighters, law enforcement, EMTs, military, teachers, and healthcare workers, past or present, qualify for hero rewards when they buy or sell with us. Call McInnes Realty today at 574-271-3440.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week is brought to you by Tony Letcher with Health Markets, the right policy at the right price. And it's time now for our Tony Letcher Health Markets Student Athletes of the Week. And we have a pair of basketball brainiacs here today. We have Kyra Kaiser from Warsaw, along with Cam Conley from Northridge. We'll start with Cam, who is a senior. That's okay. It happens on TV. Is a senior here at Northridge, a member of the basketball team, 4.34 GPA. She's also part of the senior girls Bible study group. How do you balance everything?
Yeah, so for me, academics always comes first along with my faith. And so anytime I have free time, that's what I spend it doing. So.
And then basketball comes in third, but you still spend pretty good time with that.
Yes, for sure.
And then obviously going to Grace to play basketball, but also major in finance. Tell us about how excited you are for that opportunity next year at Grace.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I fell in love with the basketball program at Grace and their faith-based culture, and it's close to home, so that was important to me too. And I chose finance because I'm good with math and numbers, and it'll set me up well going into the business world.
What does being a Northridge Raider mean to you?
Being a Northridge Raider means everything to me. The support we have from our community is amazing, and truly it's just putting everybody else before yourself.
Cam, thank you very much. Congratulations. Kyra Kaiser is a senior at Warsaw. She is ranked 19th in the senior class, a member of the basketball team, also works already as a nursing assistant. How do you balance everything?
I think setting limits for myself, being able to balance school, basketball, and also work, but also prioritizing my family and friends and making sure I'm spending plenty of time with them. So I think that's how it makes it easier to balance all that.
All right, she's going to play basketball next year at Elmhurst, but she's also going to dual major in biology and pre-med. How are you going to pull that off?
I think relying on the strength that the Lord gives me. I know it's going to be hard, but I have a calling towards what I want to do, and I'm going to rely on Him and what He provides for me. And so I think that's going to make it a bit easier to do all that, but really just making sure I'm praying and relying on Him and also my family and friends to make sure I'm not pushing myself too much.
What does being a Warsaw Tiger mean to you?
It means everything to me. I've met my best friends through this school. I've met my best friends from the team. We spend all the time together, and I just love them so much. I've grown so much as a person with them, and I couldn't ask for a better team to spend my high school years with.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cam, thank you very much. Congratulations. Cam Conley, Kyra Kaiser, outstanding student athletes of the week, brought to you by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. It is number 1 Warsaw, number 13 Northridge. And our Sports Michiana Game of the Week tip-off is next.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply. We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned, which means all of our employees are owners, so you know we care. With locations in Elkhart and Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
You don't always see the backbone of American products. You feel it. Ferret is where smart work meets hard work. We serve the USA by manufacturing purpose-built metal components that solve the problems others walk past. And we put in the work that makes fourth and long feel like first and goal. Calling all engineers and makers, past, present, and future. Your next career move begins at Ferret.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Ferret Custom Roll Forming. We form value. Our Ferret Custom Roll Forming pregame show continues with the starting lineups. Here's Anj.
All right, Northridge starters brought to you by Southwind Flooring. Macy Riegsecker, a 5'3 senior point guard, 4.6 points, 3.8 assists per game. Allie Ambers, a 5'9 junior guard, 12.8 points per game. Zoe Yater, 5'10 junior forward, 10 points per game. Cam Conley, 5'10 senior forward, 10 points per game. And Lily Scholl, 5'10 junior forward, 16 points per game.
Time now to check on what the teams are wearing, brought to you by It's Tops in Mishawaka. Northridge is in the road blacks with green and yellow trim and green numbers and letters. Warsaw in the home whites with tigers in orange and black across the front, orange trim around black numerals.
Now the Warsaw starters, brought to you by Warsaw Community High School. Warsaw, of course, the #1 ranked team in the state. Brooke Zartman, 5'7 senior guard, 20 points per game, 83 threes. That's #1 in the state. She's committed to Miami, Ohio. Alex Neely is a 5'6 senior guard, 10 points per game, 4.5 steals per game. Jocelyn Bricker, 5'9 senior guard, 25 points per game. She has 1,635 career points. She is committed to Butler, the all-time leading scorer in school history. Reagan Huss is a 5'11 junior forward, 6.6 points per game. And Kyra Kaiser, a 5'8 senior forward, 3.1 points per game.
The lights go down here as they get ready to announce the starting lineup. Meanwhile, we can go over the keys to win for tonight's game, brought to you by the Lilliard Insurance Group. Northridge, they've got to remember that they've got to get on the glass and rebound, especially against a team like Warsaw that has some height. Keep the paint dry. They don't want the guards to penetrate and get into the lane, be able to kick it out, and then communicate on defense and especially know where the shooters are for the Warsaw Tigers. Meanwhile, the keys for Warsaw: guard hard and guard well. As much as people like to talk about Warsaw's offense, their defense has been special this year. No catch and shoot threes. Northridge shoots the ball 30% from three-point range as a team, and they have a couple of people that can dial it up from long distance and then play at our pace. Warsaw leads the state in scoring at 72 points a game. Northridge would love to keep them down to 14 points a quarter. That would be 56. If it's somewhere in the middle, the closer it is to 70, the better it is for Warsaw.
We're playing at their pace right now because they got a very long introduction worthy of the #1 team in the state. As we see, they are introduced right now on the floor.
The series history is brought to us by our friends at OSMC, and it's been dominated by the Warsaw Tigers. They lead at 38-9, dating back to 1988. And last year they won in the sectional here on this floor, 71-54. The numbers are impressive for the Warsaw Tigers. Lenny Krebs' team has won 27 in a row on this floor, 32 in a row in the Northern Lakes Conference. Only 4 teams have beaten them in the last 50 games, but that includes Northridge in the sectional 2 years ago. So the Raiders come in here a confident bunch. Everybody's confident before the tip-off, brought to us by Babsco. How confident will be people in 32 minutes? Darren Wagner working the game with Reagan and Ryan Eakins, and we are just about ready for tip-off in an electric atmosphere here at the Tiger Den.
First quarter going to be brought to you by our friends at T. Comet. The opening tip-off being brought to you by our friends at Babsco. And Chuck is right. We've got a great crowd on hand here at the Tiger Den tonight.
Zoe Yater wins the opening tip-off, and it is controlled by the Northridge Raiders. They want to try to find a way to get it down to Yater on the block on this opening play, and they do. Yater's down on the low post. Now she needs some help. Warsaw defended that well. Macy Riegsecker handles it up top to the 14-4 Lady Raiders, who've won 12 of their last 13. Their best wins against Fairfield and Greensburg. Lily Scholl underneath lays it up no good, and the rebound tip to Warsaw. Here come the Lady Tigers, 18-1 on the year. Their only loss was to Jennings County. They've beaten Norwell twice. They've beaten Penn, Valpo, Fairfield. And that's a layup made by Jocelyn Bricker, their leading scorer and the 8th leading scorer in the state. She averages 25 a game. Lily Scholl comes the other way for Northridge. Tried to attack and was pushed by Kyra Kaiser, her first.
When you go to dinner, you want top-notch service, top-notch atmosphere, and, of course, top-notch food. West on Warren in Middlebury provides just that. Make West on Warren your next choice for a night out. Go Northridge.
Raiders to inbound, and they work it over to Zoe Yater. Down into the crease. It's Allie Ambers kicking it back outside. Cam Conley, step back three, ring it up. And the Raiders grab their first lead of the night on Conley's 39th three-pointer of the year. That's one of the reasons she was on the All-In-Terra Classic team. Alexis Neely, one of the unsung heroes of this team, lost the handle on the ball, and then a foul is called.
I was about to say great defense provided by Northridge, but unfortunately they get whistled for the fouls. You take a look at the replay brought to you by Springer Dental Care, and the great job by Conley putting on the move, stepping back, and draining the three from the top of the arc.
The foul is called on Lily Scholl. The junior picks up her first. Jocelyn Bricker handles it up top. Here's Reagan Huss, a Northridge transfer, giving it off to Neely. Little three-man weave, gets it down to Bricker for two. Bricker with all four for the Tigers, who are back on top. Riegsecker brings it across. Scholl, now Conley.
Scholl, a three-year starter, veteran player, despite being just a junior.
Allie Ambers being guarded hard by Bricker. Scholl coming down the lane, lost the handle, as Zartman comes the other way for Warsaw. Neely sets up outside, and Lenny Krebs hollers out a play from the sidelines. Watch Northridge on defense. Krebs mentioned this before the game. They switch on screens very well. They just switched on Bricker there, and Bricker throws it away.
Our first quarter brought to you by our friends at T. Comet. They've been part of the Warsaw community for almost 50 years and proud to support Tiger basketball. Are you looking for an exciting career path? T. Comet is hiring CNC machinists. Learn more at tcomet.com. Go Tigers.
Northridge scores about 61 points a game itself, so as we tried to explain in the pregame show, they like to play at a quicker pace. Neither team really has it going their way right now, and Northridge having problems handling the ball.
Before the game, we featured our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher. Tony, a lifelong resident of Michiana, licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you need insurance, Tony is your guy. Google Tony Letcher Health Markets to connect.
5:21 to go first quarter. Warsaw by one. Neely throws it away on the inbound pass. Here comes Conley all the way for the Raiders. He probably got away with some steps. Ambers banging against bodies. Well defended that time by Bricker, who also gets the rebound.
Warsaw making Northridge earn every moment on the floor.
Quick release by Warsaw, the missed three-pointer, and the rebound to Allie Ambers as Huss was not able to hit that corner three.
Defensively, Northridge has prevented Zartman from even getting a look so far from the land of three.
Scholl now handling it up top. Scholl turns to her dominant right hand, needs help. And a whistle and a 3-second violation on Lily Scholl.
Excellent work there by Huss inside, guarding her, preventing any action from happening inside the paint. Springer Dental Care, voted best dental provider in Elkhart County. Get back on track with all your dental needs with 6 locations. Schedule your next visit at springerdentalcare.com. Go Northridge.
Huss across the top of the key. Now Neely. Again, that 3-man weave action. They try to pop Bricker loose. Zartman being well defended by Allie Ambers right now. So Neely playing some one-on-one against Scholl and took her right to the hoop. Alexis Neely, the 5'6" senior, scores 10 a game. That's her first 2. Yater spinning into the paint, puts it up, couldn't get it to go. The rebound is Zartman, and this is the pace that Warsaw likes to play at. Neely taking it right down the baseline, but the shot is short, and the rebound comes to Scholl. Tigers by 3. Scholl into the paint, charged. That's her second.
Getting into the paint and getting it done in the paint, nearly impossible so far for Northridge. As you take a look at the replay, brought to you by Springer Dental Care, and the charge called there as Scholl trying to get it to work inside, but just cannot get anything going, can the Raiders early on in the paint.
So Jada Walker, 5'2", comes in for Lily Scholl, 5'10", and we'll see if Warsaw becomes a little more aggressive going at the paint. Right now, they're passing around the perimeter. Neely guarded by Walker. Neely goes up with the right hand, misses, but the rebound comes to Kaiser, and a foul called on Macy Rieksecker.
Thank you, Parkview Sports Medicine and Ortho Northeast. Dr. Jeff Hartzell, with extensive experience treating athletes in the NFL, MLB, and top college programs, bringing elite orthopedic care to Warsaw and Goshen. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Great pass underneath to Huss, and Reagan puts it off the glass, no good. Rieksecker gets the rebound for Northridge. Raiders still only down 3. Rieksecker tried to make a pass to a cutter that wasn't there. Another turnover for Northridge. Bricker coming all the way. Euro step for 2. She's got 6. Timeout called by Northridge. It's sponsored by Edward Jones advisor Aaron Scholl. 2:57 to go in the first. 8-3 Tigers on Sports Michiana.
My name's Elizabeth, and I've been a member of the Notre Dame Credit Union for about 37 years. I had been driving a Prius, and I liked the Prius. But unfortunately, I live on a hill, and when it snows, I had a problem. So I called the credit union and told them I needed a new car. We did everything over the phone and the internet, picked up the car, and it was all done in less than a week. I would recommend the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union without question.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Tire Rack. TireRack.com is the way tire buying should be. 2:55 and counting here in the first. Warsaw leads at 8-3. Northridge with the basketball, trying to settle down its offense. They've had more turnovers than points, and then they go into Zoe Yater for the easy lay-in. Yater, maybe the most improved player on this team this year, according to her head coach, averaging 10 points a game.
Great set play out of the timeout. That timeout proving fruitful for Doug Springer.
Here's Brooke Zartman. She's been quiet so far tonight. Reagan Huss in the corner for 3. It's sponsored by Parkview Sports Medicine. And Huss, a streaky shooter, 17th three-pointer of the year. Amber's showing good handles here. Now a nice pass to the cutting Yater for 2. That was some good two-man action there, and Yater was able to finish it off.
Wonderful backdoor look for the Raiders.
Neely on the dribble for Warsaw, looks over to the bench. Alexis Neely spinning, lost the handle. Here comes Riegsecker all the way in pursuit. They didn't get her, and she gets the layup. Macy Riegsecker, the senior captain, averages 5 a game, and we're back to a 2-point contest.
Well, and she is an excellent steal maker. 53rd steal of the season for Morgan. Macy, excuse me.
Here's Bricker, and they have no answers for her here in the first. She has 8 already for the Butler commit and the Indiana Junior All-Star. Allie Ambers on the dribble for Northridge. Now Riegsecker, the taller Zartman on her. Yater down on the block. The 3 on the way and hit by Allie Ambers. And Ambers, with her 26th 3 of the season, makes it a 1-point game, and the ball knocked out of bounds off Northridge.
It's Michiana. The snow and ice is just getting started. Thankfully, the experts at Tire Rack know a thing or two about conquering winter's worst. They've got the dedicated winter tires that will elevate your drive and keep you safe. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Sophomore Reagan Robinson checks into the game now. Kaylee Goheen also getting some playing time for Warsaw, but it's Bricker to the basket, and she's fouled by Cam Conley. And Bricker will go to the foul line, where she is an 86% free throw shooter. You'll get another look here on the Springer Dental Group replay.
There's not much Bricker can't do. And one of those things is certainly draw the foul and then certainly make the free throws.
Bricker may as well have a residence with the address of foul line. She is 98 of 114 at the stripe this year.
And, of course, we jinxed it.
Member of the Kosciuszko Endowment Youth Services Bureau. Her brother Luke playing at Grace, and they got a big win today over Indiana Wesleyan, still unbeaten on the year as Scott Moore's team.
Many will remember Luke got injured late in the year, was able to make it back quickly for the start of his freshman year at Grace.
Ambers misses, and now it's Huss ahead of the pack. Reagan Huss with 5 here in the first. And Warsaw with a 4-point lead and a pretty good shove by Reagan Robinson that time.
Any mistake Northridge makes, Warsaw is immediately able to capitalize. That is what makes them so dangerous. To win in sports, adjust your strategy as the game changes. The same is true in investments. Aaron Scholl, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help you create a game plan for financial success. See Aaron Scholl on Main Street in Middlebury to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
And speaking of Scholl, Lily Scholl with 2 fouls checks back into the game here for the final 30 seconds of the first quarter. And Bricker got knocked to the floor. Goheen ahead to Robinson, who missed the layup. Goheen with the rebound. It won't go. And another rebound, this one to Zartman. Huss spinning into the lane, rejected by Scholl. Northridge could hold for the last shot here in quarter number 1. Scholl coming down the lane. Couldn't get it to go. And that's how the first quarter will end here at the Tiger Den. Warsaw and Northridge trading haymakers here in the first. Jocelyn Bricker had 9 for the Tigers, and they lead it by 4 after 1 on Sports Michiana.
Some say hustle and heart don't mix. But at Patrick, we prove otherwise every day. We're bold in our ambition and grounded in respect. Here, leadership is a mindset, and every voice matters. Built on integrity, fueled by collaboration, and united by purpose, we're stronger together. This is Patrick. We are better together.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Reliance, uniquely crafted to fit your lifestyle. We go downstairs for a Patrick sideline report. Hundt, curious as your thoughts through the first 8 minutes of this one.
Well, what a great job Bricker's doing, driving to the bucket, getting the buckets inside. I think that's the biggest thing, the biggest difference with Warsaw on the offensive end. On the defensive end, they're doing such a great job of keeping Northridge out of the lane, not giving them anything inside for those easy buckets. It's a couple of the keys to win for those guys.
Both teams shooting it well. Warsaw 54%, Northridge at 50%. The problem for Northridge has been turnovers. They've had 6 so far.
No field goal attempts yet for Zartman, so that's something to watch here, as they've done an excellent job covering her on the defensive end, has Northridge.
Which is kind of the strategy Northridge had last year against Warsaw in both games. In fact, in the sectional finals, Zartman only had 2 points. but it was a night where Alexis Neely went off for Warsaw, and Bricker got her points, and Bricker's getting her points right now. She goes back to the foul line for some free throws here that are sponsored by Parkview Sports Medicine. Adeline Miller will check in now for Northridge.
Warsaw's also done a really nice job of containing Lily Scholl. 0 for 2 from the field, and she also has 2 fouls.
Bricker now with 10 points. It's a 5-point Tiger lead. Matches their largest margin of the game so far. Walker in trouble, needs some help, and was able to throw it off Kaiser, get it back, and then leave Kaiser in his wake. Yater missed the layup, but she was fouled by Goheen.
Oh, that's a shame. That basket did not go in. Look at this replay brought to you by Springer Dental Care. Oh, that is a nice cut. And then the pass was beautiful, too.
Had it gone,
yeah, that could have been a contender.
Big C, yeah.
That could have been. That was a beautiful, beautiful work there by Northridge and Jada Walker.
Zoe Yater taking free throws sponsored by Weston Warren. Zoe is a 62% free throw shooter. Member of the track team where she sprints and does the shot put as well. She makes 1 of 2 there, and it's a 4-point Tiger lead.
Reichert and Knepp Wrecker Service congratulates Warsaw on a great season so far with locations in Warsaw, South Bend, Plymouth, and New Haven. Reichert and Knepp Wrecker Service can handle any and all of your towing needs in northern Indiana. Learn more at rkrecord.com.
Bricker, nobody has been able to stop her so far. She had it poked away there. Here's Zartman trying to come to the baseline. Zartman into the paint, couldn't hit, and the rebound to Allie Ambers, and an over-the-back foul called on Brooke Zartman, her first.
Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic in Granger is a family-focused practice that treats newborns to professional athletes and everyone in between. They offer high-level chiropractic care, digital x-ray diagnostics, and non-surgical spinal decompression. Google Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic to learn more.
Jada Walker handling up top for Northridge. Now Allie Ambers just had it poked away by Bricker, and we've got a holding call. And it's going to be on Ambers.
Second quarter brought to you by our friends at the St. Joseph County Police Department.
So Bricker really doing the job at both ends, as Bo said. Not just an offensive player, but her defense is really giving Northridge some fits here tonight. And it's Bricker with the ball in her hands coming down the left side. That was probably too easy. She missed it. Held ball on the alternating possession. Possession arrow going to Northridge.
And Northridge is pretty much taking Zartman out of the game, so it becomes a 4-on-4 game. Well, that opens up the lane a little bit for the all-time leading scorer in Warsaw history. Southwind Flooring is proud to support tonight's broadcast. Visit their showroom located in Shipshewana or online at southwindflooring.com. Southwind Flooring, the perfect foundation for your dreams.
Yater couldn't hit the shot over Goheen, but another held ball. This one's going to go to Warsaw. Tigers are going to make a substitution here as Huss comes back in to take the place of Jocelyn Bricker.
So Bricker heads to the bench, and thank you to Oak and Alley for feeding our crew tonight. Man, those burgers are really good.
Yes, they
Chicken
are.
sandwiches, fries, everything good there. I want to say they're Warsaw's hidden gem, but they're not hidden anymore. We've promoted them a lot because they're great. Oak and Alley for craft burgers and beverages, 2308 Center Street in Warsaw.
Goheen too strong off the glass. Kaiser another offensive rebound. Look at this scrum for the loose ball. That's Northridge. Our third held ball in the last 60 seconds. And Northridge will put Lily Scholl back in the game with those 2 fouls. And she'll take the place of Adeline Miller.
See what Scholl can get going here on the offensive end.
She scores 16 a game. She hasn't had a point yet tonight. Walker for 3. Misfires, and the rebound to Goheen. Gets tied up, and another held ball, this one to Warsaw.
Excellent work there by Walker. Off the rebound, that was in Goheen's hands, and she was able to just get in there and get the held balls. To take a look at the replay brought to you by Springer Dental Care. You see the rebound come out. She grabs the ball, clearly possession, and Walker just goes in there and cleanly gets a hold of it.
So an interesting offense for defense substitution here by Doug Springer. He takes Scholl back out of the game now. puts Adeline Miller back in because he doesn't want to take the risk of Lily Scholl getting that third foul. So he's really picking his spots to use Scholl, and only at the offensive end of the floor. Bricker fell down trying to make a spin move, and Northridge comes the other way.
It's Walker again.
Here's Zoe Yater. Now Allie Ambers trying to go to work on Bricker. Northridge will happily take some time with this possession to reset, try to find a good shot. It's one of the things Doug Springer emphasized to his team on Thursday. There are times where you're going to have to be patient with the possession because Warsaw is a good defensive team, but the possession is valuable. And Ambers couldn't quite pay it off with the three. Here comes Zartman the other way.
It was a good look, though. They waited for their opportunity, got a good look, and sometimes the shot's not going to go.
Kaiser driving strong to the hole, missed the left-hand layup, but she was fouled.
Want to help your team look great? It's Tops can help. They are the official outfitter for a number of local schools and even Sports Michiana. They can do a lot more than just clothes. Learn more at itstops.net.
Fouls called on Yater. That's her first. And Kyra Kaiser, only a 54% free throw shooter, will go to the line. You saw her in pregame, Student Athlete of the Week. Hits the first.
Into the game for the Lady Raiders, number 32.
JBR Property Management specializes in managing residential and commercial properties, but tonight they're specializing in cheering on Warsaw. Thank you, JBR Property Management.
Kaiser does a lot of things for this team that don't show up in the box score, but boy, she is a valuable member of the squad, and they really value offensive rebounds like the one they just got from Kaylee Goheen. Bricker around everybody, couldn't get it to go. And the scrum is on, and Kaiser comes away with another rebound. Zartman misfires on a three, and Northridge survived that possession.
I believe that was Zartman's first three-point attempt of the game.
Scholl back in there, hands it off to Cam Conley. Conley dumps it down. It's knocked away by Warsaw, playing persistent defense.
Patients trust OSMC because they deliver more than treatment. They provide care that's accessible, high quality, and transparent. Get the care you need when you need it. Visit OSMC.com or their Ortho Care Walk-in Clinic in Granger off University Drive.
Only 3 points combined in the first 3.5 minutes of this quarter. Yater can't get the ball to drop either, and it goes out of bounds off Ambers.
Weston Warren cheers on the Lady Raiders. Weston Warren is dedicated to bringing you delicious dishes crafted from fresh, locally sourced ingredients. Enjoy lunch or dinner at Weston Warren in Middlebury.
So Doug Springer going small on defense, big on offense. Riegsecker and Miller check back in here for Northridge. Warsaw has had paint touches. They just haven't been able to convert them. Goheen's trying to post up down on the block, and she's got the tiny Riegsecker on her. No, that's Miller. Riegsecker guarding Zartman. Now Neely. Neely trying to back her down, and Riegsecker was trying to hold her ground and just couldn't do it anymore.
Big C Lumber is the best choice for your next home improvement project. Family owned for over 100 years. They know the ins and outs of every home project you need completed, and our knowledgeable sales staff will help you get the job done. See the difference a culture of caring can make at Big C Lumber.
2 fouls now on Riegsecker, 5 on the Raiders here in the second quarter, and that'll send Alexis Neely to the line for free throws. Neely, an 88% foul shooter on the year. She had a double-double against Northridge in the sectional last season.
Now they're having a conversation at the scores table about some substitutions. It appears for Northridge, they are not going to let a couple of players come in for the Raiders.
Correction, that's the only fourth team foul.
It's only the fourth team foul.
So it's a non-shooting foul.
So Doug Springer didn't want him in there on defense. He wants different personnel for this. And so he's going to send Morgan Gorbel into the game now to give him some size, a 6-foot sophomore.
I mean, you talk about the substitutions. You see these kind of things happening usually in a fourth quarter. He is doing this early to make sure his team can stay in this game.
Foul trouble is a real thing for Northridge right now, with Scholl and Riegsecker both with 2 fouls and some miscommunication from Warsaw.
And here come those substitutions now that they're back on offense. In fact, they'll get 3 different players coming into this game here now in Scholl, Riegsecker, and Conley. Locally owned Central Automotive in downtown South Bend is your answer for oil changes, brakes, air conditioning repair, general maintenance, and more. Check them out at Lafayette and Colfax. Central Automotive, we're here for all your automotive needs.
Yater with a tough catch in traffic, and then she gets the hoop. Zoe Yater with 7 here in the first half, and she is keeping Northridge in this ball game. But here's a pivotal defensive sequence because Zartman fires up the 3. That's no good. Amber's the rebound. Here come the Raiders the other way.
That was the first field goal for Northridge in the second quarter.
Riegsecker strong to the glass for 2. Macy Riegsecker with 4. It's a 1-point game here in the Tiger Den.
That was the second field goal for Northridge in the second quarter.
Neely zips it out to Huss. Huss had 5 in the first quarter, was denied there, and now the Raiders have numbers coming the other way. Ambers had it taken away by Zartman. Warsaw now trying to score in transition. Zartman pull up 3. That's off the mark. She's having a cold night, and Yater gets the rebound, and Doug Springer wants his team to continue to attack. Yater, backdoor cut. Beautifully done by Allie Ambers, and she'll go to the line for free throws, sponsored by West on Warren.
Warsaw Community High School's vision is equipping all students to embrace challenges while successfully navigating pathways to their future. We proudly support Sports Michiana as they champion academics and athletics across the viewing area.
Ambers is an 80% foul shooter and hits the first. She has 4 points tonight, and the mass substitutions continue.
I mean, the one thing you could say for Northridge right now as they've tied the game up is Warsaw might be a little bit more tired than Northridge is because Northridge is making so many substitutions.
Well, and Warsaw is taking a timeout here, sponsored by Reichert and Knapp Wrecker Service. 2:26 to go first half. Tied at 18 on Sports Michiana.
You don't always see the backbone of American products. You feel it. Ferret is where smart work meets hard work. We serve the USA by manufacturing purpose-built metal components that solve the problems others walk past. And we put in the work that makes 4th and Long feel like 1st and Goal. Calling all engineers and makers, past, present, and future. Your next career move begins at Ferret.
Why do our auto insurance rates keep going up? Oh!
Dramatic increases in parts, labor, and medical care are causing auto insurance rates to soar nationwide. Lilliard's Insurance can protect you from auto rate increases with our available rate lock feature. And because Lilliard's Insurance is a local business, you get better service and deal with actual people. Hi, I'm Matt Lilliard. Call or text us today to see if you qualify.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community. St. Joe County Police sponsoring our second quarter here tonight on our Sports Michiana Game of the Week, tied at 18 as Allie Ambers completes her trip to the foul line and gives Northridge the lead.
That free throw brought to you by West on Warren in Middlebury.
Ambers was a young lady they really thought was going to be a star here at Northridge. Then she tore her ACL at the end of her freshman year, but now as a junior really making a contribution, scoring 13 points a game. It's Bricker down in the paint, got tied up a little bit, turned around, hit shot anyway.
Wow. Double teamed inside. Players getting their hands on the ball. She straps it back away and then gets the shot off and makes the bucket.
Her 20th game in double figures this season. This is the 20th game they've played.
I see what you did there.
It's Jada Walker on the dribble for Northridge. Now Zoe Yater.
Really like the minutes Walker has provided off the bench.
Ambers got trapped down on the baseline, but Yater was able to bail her out and go in for 2. Zoe Yater went right around Goheen that time and puts Northridge back on top. Alexis Neely on the drive for Warsaw. Shut off by Ambers that time. Ambers switches on to the dribbling Kaiser. So Bricker try to go down low, muscling her way to the hoop. A lot of contact, no foul called, out of bounds off Northridge.
Take a look at the replay brought to you by Springer Dental Care. Maybe not. Just saw girls run real fast.
Meanwhile, Doug Springer trying to point out where the shooters are for Warsaw right now. Doug getting a full workout in despite wearing the vest tonight. Bricker strong to the hole, draws the foul from Jada Walker, her first, and Bricker will go to the line for two.
Coach Springer's lost 20 pounds since last season, so able to make that workout a little bit more possible. Grace College Athletics applauds both teams on outstanding seasons. Located in Winona Lake, Grace College provides a Christ-centered college education and offers scholarship opportunities across 19 varsity programs. Learn more at gclancers.com.
Boy, Bricker having an unusually poor night at the foul line. She is now 2 of 5 with a stripe tonight. Came in an 86% free throw shooter. And usually when she sees the green and gold of Northridge, she plays very well. She had 61 points in 2 games against the Raiders last year. She has 13 here tonight, and we're knotted at 21.
Well, she entered the night with 114 free throw attempts, so not like it was an 86% on only 25 attempts.
She gets plenty of practice. Yater down low on the block. She's been huge. 11 points for Zoe Yater. Timeout called by Northridge, and Doug Springer is fired up in front of the Raider bench. They'll take a 30. It's sponsored by Edward Jones Advisor. Aaron Scholl, you're watching the Sports Michiana Game of the Week.
Shopping for tires used to really ruffle my feathers. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack made it easy to identify the right tires. No more searching high and low. I got the best deal. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. They brought the tires to my neck of the woods and put them on, right here in my driveway.
You're all done?
Thank you. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Your car carries precious cargo.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Tom's Car Care Center, the Coffee Spot Cafe, and the Waterworks Car Wash. 3 great services in one great place.
Farrah Custom Roll Forming, the best choice in metal fabrication, provides ISO certified quality with unparalleled service and support. At Farrah Custom Roll Forming, we form value. Learn more at farrarollforming.com.
Warsaw trailing by 2. Jocelyn Bricker on the drive, scores another layup. Bricker with 15 here in the first half to carry the Tigers. We're knotted at 23. Northridge, will they hold for one shot? Ambers is told to go by Doug Springer. We're down to 3 seconds left.
Move.
They have no idea on the clock. Amber's got it off, but couldn't get it to fall. And the first half comes to an end here at the Tiger Den in Warsaw. With the 2 teams tied at 23, we go downstairs for a Patrick Seidler report. Bo Hundt has Doug Springer.
Coach, you go into the halftime, tie ball game. You had 3 girls with 2 fouls. You guys just had to do away with your game plan and redo the game plan mid-game. Just talk about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're battling our asses off right now. You know, we said it was going to be physical. We had to kind of, they smacked us a little bit to start with. We were on our heels, and then we had to remember after that first time out, we talked about the Intera Classic, Westfield, Franklin Central. We had to get back to that mentality, and we did that. And then those guys came in on the sub. Addie Miller, Jada Walker, Morgan Gorbel battled their butts off in there and got us tied at halftime. It's where you want to be.
Thanks, Doug.
All right, thank you, guys.
Back to you guys.
All right, stick around, everybody. A lot to talk about here at halftime, including a ton of first-half highlights from Tom's Car Care Center. Knotted at 23 in this NLC battle on Sports Michiana.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. They're putting people over profits. Halftime here at the Tiger Den, the Collier Dance Group entertaining the crowd down on the floor. Meanwhile, we welcome you inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck Freeby, Angelo, Carlo high above the fray. It's what we expected.
It is, except for we probably didn't expect Lily Scholl and Brooke Zartman to be scoreless at halftime, respectively, for each team, and both teams doing a great job defensively in this one. One thing that cannot be contained is the play of Jocelyn Bricker. She's been amazing, as expected for Warsaw.
Let's show you how it got to be this way here inside the Tiger Den with our first half highlights, and the aforementioned Jocelyn Bricker had a huge first half as she was finally going into the paint, but Cam Conley steps out and hits a key three-pointer there. Bricker continued her assault. She scored layup after layup there in the first half. So too did Zoe Yater. Yater had a big first half with 11 points down on the block. Reagan Huss, a nice three here. 3 of her 5 in the first half for the Tigers. But look at the defense here for Macy Riegsecker. She'll take it the distance. The point guard with 4 points in that first half. And a nice 3 here from Allie Ambers with 5 points. Our first half highlights brought to you by our friends at Tom's Car Care Center. Riegsecker again strong to the hoop. And Bricker one more time, 2 more of her 15, as Warsaw and Northridge tied at 23 here at the half. I think one key number that shows up on the box score, Warsaw was just 2 of 12 shooting in the second quarter. That is very unlike this team.
No, and it makes you wonder if they can get that going. It could be a different second half. But you know Northridge, with the way they have substituted, they are throwing all different sorts of things at Warsaw, which Doug Springer said he wasn't going to do that, but he decided to do it.
No, he did. He did. And we're not at 23. When we come back, we'll take you around the area with the McInnes Realty scoreboard. That's coming up next on the Farrah Custom Roll Halftime Report here on Sports Michiana.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceGBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
With SurfFiber Internet, you'll catch all the big plays as they happen. The winning goal, the last-second three-pointer, the walk-off home run, the touchdown that changes everything. You'll see them all. No lag, no throttling, no buffering, no missed highlights. Just blazing fast streaming from start to finish. Whatever sport you love to watch, Surf keeps you connected. Surf Internet, built for game day and every day. Score big today with fiber internet plans starting at just $30 a month, including free Wi-Fi, free installation, all-in pricing, and price lock for life.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to us by our friends at McInnes Realty. That's Realty with a purpose. It's time now to take you around the area with the McInnes Realty scoreboard. This will be a crazy train of scores tonight as we go through the area slate. On the boys' side, St. Joe, who we saw win last night, got hammered by number 5 Silver Creek today, 78-56 down at Southport. Trinity over Hamilton, 62-26. Mishawaka with a good weekend on the boys' side. They beat Career Academy 59-41. That's 2 in a row for Will Cody's team. And Benton Harbor is still undefeated as they beat Muskegon Orchard View 95-56 up in Michigan. On the girls' side, Argus beat Lakeland Christian 38-28. Career Academy over Gary West 35-29. Tough weekend for Elkhart. They lost to Penn last night. They got pounded by Homestead tonight, 72-32. Lake Central over LaPorte, 53-45. Pioneer beat Oregon Davis, 51-46. Whitco downs Rochester, 51-29. And Bremen is now 15-1 after hammering Knox, 71-31. That's our look around the area, brought to us by our friends at McInnes Realty. When we come back, we'll check in with Bo Hundt, see what he finds out from Warsaw coach Lenny Krebs. Good one here on the Tiger Den, tied at 23 on Sports Michiana.
My name is Chuck. I'm a member of Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. The flexibility of having a HELOC made it simple to add items as we were going through the process of updating our house. So we didn't have to do everything at once. We could do it a little at a time as things changed, which made it flexible for us to use builders when they had downtime and get better prices for them. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Notre Dame Federal Credit Union.
Ready to be part of our winning team? The St. Joseph County Police Department is hiring, and we are looking for people of all ages who want to make a difference. With a starting salary of $52,000 plus full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, and vacation, you are in control of your future. So whether you're just entering the game or looking for a new position, now is the time to get off the sideline. Learn more today at sjcpd.org.
Why is Babsco the premier electrical distributor? Because they have breakers, boxes, switches, resets, clamps, tapes, relays, covers, timers, batteries, wires, labels, ballast, heat-shrink, fixtures, plugs, tubing, lamps, load signers, and conduit. You can do it with Babsco Supply. With 2 locations in Elkhart and Warsaw. Visit Babsco.com. Babsco Supply, where they have everything.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by McInnes Realty. It's realty with a purpose. We are back inside the Tiger Den, where this Warsaw team is always cheered on by that man. That is Jack Sumter, Warsaw class of 1949. 3-sport athlete back then, and he has seen this team win 32 straight NLC girls basketball games. 95-year-old Mr. Sumter expects to be back on the golf course next year. Maybe he'll play with Bo Hundt, who joins us with the Patrick Sideline Report. But what Lenny Krebs have to say at the break?
Yeah, he thought they did a really good job on Shoal, and they got the shots that they wanted. They just weren't dropping. And he goes, that's the biggest thing. He goes, we just need to be a little bit more efficient, keep them out of the paint a little bit better. He said Zoe did a great job of getting open the paint. They got to stop that as well. Without Stoll in there, they weren't concerned enough, I think, is what it was. And so they got to make sure they stay concerned about the paint and not let any points happen down there, guys.
All right, thank you, Bo. And our third quarter tonight being brought to us by JBR Property Management. Northridge will start the quarter with the basketball, tied at 23. Macy Riegsecker, 4 points in that first half. The big scorer in that first half, Zoe Yater, who has the ball right now. She had 11, only averages 10 a game. She's looking for a cutter, nobody open right now. She's got to get rid of it, and a double dribble called on Yater.
Since 1959, Patrick Industries in Elkhart has empowered outdoor enthusiasts to achieve next-level recreation experiences. Patrick is a proud supporter of our local teams and athletes, empowering excellence on and off the court.
So now Warsaw gets it back with a chance to take the lead. By the way, that's the 9th turnover on Northridge here so far tonight. Spinning into the lane is Bricker. She got the ball knocked away. The loose ball scrum is on. This will go to Warsaw on the alternating possession.
If you are looking to buy or sell our home, McInnes Realty is where service comes first. Family and veteran-owned, they proudly serve our community heroes through the Homes for Heroes program, helping you save when you buy or sell. Learn more at McInnesRealty.com.
Driving down the lane, it's Bricker again for 2 more. She now has 17 and 1,652 points in her illustrious Tiger career. Lob down on the block. Here's Yater. Caught in the lane, gives it to the cutting Scholl, who goes reverse for 2. Her first basket of the game for Lily Scholl, who averages 16 points a game.
She had to earn that one, too. Great work by Scholl.
Bricker comes right back down. And did she double dribble? Yes, she did.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is the financial institution of choice for Sports Michiana. Plus, hundreds of churches and schools utilize their unique Elevate tools to help raise funds and drive your mission. Go to NotreDameFCU.com/Elevate to learn more.
Notre Dame men lose to Clemson tonight, 76-71 at Purcell Pavilion. Lenny Krebs having a discussion now with Ryan Eakins about the double dribble call. Lenny thought the ball had been stripped away from Bricker, but it had not.
Maybe his biggest argument is it's Jocelyn Bricker. She doesn't make mistakes.
Here's Scholl coming down the left side. Now back to that right hand. A little too strong on the hook shot, but Yater the rebound. Northridge can work a little more clock here with this possession. They have been able to keep the pace down on a Warsaw team that averages 72 points a game. Scholl coming down the right side again. Shut off well this time by Huss. Managed to find Yater with that pass.
At this rate, Warsaw would be below 50 on the game.
And Doug Springer would be just fine with that. Scholl nearly had it knocked away. Picks it back up. Can't hit the layup that time. Huss on the floor. Lenny Krebs wants a timeout. Nobody saw him. And a held ball is called, and that'll go to Northridge.
West on Warren is a family-friendly restaurant in downtown Middlebury that features clean urban design with original artwork, being in perfect harmony with the cuisine. West on Warren, where good friends gather. Go Raiders.
Scholl down the baseline. Short on the shot. Rebound goes to Allie Ambers. And Ambers is knocked down. Not sure who the foul will be called on here. They're going to call the foul on Reagan Huss first. I don't think Huss made the contact, but that's who got charged with the foul. The cutting Yater comes in. Contact with Kaiser, no foul, held ball, or is a foul? It's a foul.
And you got to earn everything in that paint. Everything in that paint against this Warsaw defense. They do not allow any easy shots.
Well, we talked before the game. The 72 points is what gets everybody's attention, but Warsaw plays fabulous defense, and they've done it here again tonight.
Well, a lot of it is the fact that their defense often sets up the offense in transition.
Bricker charging into the lane, couldn't get it to go, but the foul is called against Northridge, and she'll go to the stripe for 2 more times.
T. Komen has been a part of the Warsaw community for almost 50 years and is proud to support Tiger basketball. Are you looking for an exciting career path? T. Komen is hiring CNC machinists. Learn more at tcomen.com. Go Tigers. See the replay there, brought to you by Springer Dental Care.
Foul is called on Lily Scholl. That is her third. And Bricker goes to the line for 2 and short on that one. I doubt that Jocelyn Bricker has had very many games throughout her career where she's missed 4 free throws.
I mean, if you're Doug Springer, you've held Zartman without a point, and Bricker is missing free throws. You really couldn't ask for much more. You're still down by 1, and one of the reasons, and the thing that's working to your disadvantage, is Scholl's now on the bench with 3 fouls.
Amber's jumper is off, and the rebound to Bricker. Neely outside. She's been quiet tonight, too. She normally scores 10 points a game. She's only had a pair. Zartman trying to get her game going. Going inside and managed to draw the contact and go to the line. Great sportsmanship as the teams helping each other up tonight. The foul is called on Yater, and that's her third.
Replay brought to you by Springer Dental Care. As you see the drive inside and the contact, and Zartman trying to get her first points of the night.
And she does. 71% free throw shooter on the year. Committed to play at Miami of Ohio. She was the MVP of the Hall of Fame Classic.
Miami out to a 4-0 start in MAC play.
And 1 of 2 at the stripe. 2-point Tiger lead with 5:05 to go in the third.
So free throws a dagger here for Warsaw so far tonight.
Riegsecker hands it off to Walker. The bigger, stronger Tigers making it tough for Northridge when they get into the paint. Riegsecker trying to drive on Kaiser.
Yeah, I think the word you used there was stronger, because in many ways Northridge has more height than Warsaw, but it's the strength factor that the older Warsaw squad has that it makes the difference.
Warsaw fans trying to encourage their defense through a long possession here, and a holding foul is called on Reagan Huss, her second.
Thank you to Tony Letcher for his incredible support of Sports Michiana. Tony, a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you're looking for assistance with Medicare, family, or individual health insurance, Google Tony Letcher Health Markets or visit tletcher.com.
Lily Scholl comes back in for this offensive possession. Northridge just fighting hard for every point it gets. Both teams are tonight. Two high-scoring offenses locked in the defensive battle. 3 on the way for Ambers is off, and the rebound comes to Bricker again. Bricker coming up the floor, lost her footing a little bit and had to take it back outside.
Scholl's got to be careful defensively here.
Scholl ties her up, and a held ball will be called. Alternating possession goes to Warsaw.
She's going to come out
immediately.
Well, we saw this last night in our game. Tyrese Jones, the star player for Riley, playing with 3 fouls, got that 4th foul, and that maybe was what ended the game last night. Once he got that 4th foul, and then St. Joe was able to push the lead out. They cannot afford Scholl getting her 4th foul here in the third quarter.
Riegsecker batted that pass away, and then a foul is called on Northridge, and this will be the 4th on the Raiders.
Thank you, Parkview Sports Medicine in Northeast. Dr. Jeff Hartzell, a skilled sports medicine surgeon, brings elite orthopedic care in Warsaw and Goshen, helping everyone from varsity basketball stars to weekend warriors. Learn more at psmsports.com. They sponsored the Warsaw three-pointers. I think they thought they were going to get a couple more than what they've had so far.
Riegsecker called for a hold again. And this will send Warsaw to the line. That's the 3rd on Riegsecker. So Riegsecker, Scholl, and Yater all with 3 fouls. And here's Jocelyn Bricker going back to the stripe where she has 18 points tonight.
Tire Rack doesn't just sell tires, they test them on the road and on their test track. Learn how the tires you want. Tackle evasive maneuvers, drive and stop in the rain, or just handle the everyday commute. Go to TireRack.com to see their test results, tire ratings, and consumer reviews. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. And Scholl back in the game now for the Raiders.
Bricker hits them both, now with 20. Just a good overall player. She leads this team in rebounds, assists, steals, and she's got Warsaw on her back tonight, up by 4, and Northridge couldn't handle the pass.
To win in sports, adjust your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Aaron Scholl, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help you create a game plan for financial success. See Aaron Scholl on Main Street in Middlebury to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Lenny Krebs calling his play. Neely looking for Goheen down on the block. There she is, working against Conley, and Conley blocked the shot. Northridge coming the other way. Raiders in desperate need of some offensive success here. Miller hits the bottom of the backboard, and Goheen gets the rebound.
6 total points scored here in this third quarter by these two teams.
Palming called on Alexis Neely. And here comes Scholl back in the game to play offense.
She's getting a workout just going from the bench to the scores table and back.
Doug Springer, one of the winningest coaches in this area. Second among active girls basketball coaches in win, only to Mike Megacy at Westville. Doug with 387 career victories coming into the action tonight. Here's Scholl missing a jumper. Northridge has surged down to a stone-cold picnic here in the third.
They only have 2 points here in the third quarter. Reichert and Knepp Wrecker Service congratulates Warsaw on a great season so far with locations in Warsaw, South Bend, Plymouth, and New Haven. Reichert and Knepp Wrecker Service can handle any and all of your towing needs in northern Indiana. Learn more at rkrecord.com. And really, the whole pace of this game has stalled here in this third quarter.
Yeah, they might want to call for a jump. Bricker coming down the lane, lays it up too strong, but there's Goheen for the putback. It's short. Northridge coming the other way with Jada Walker. And Walker is fouled from behind.
That's a foul Warsaw does not want to commit because Walker was actually dribbling into a defense that had 4 Warsaw defenders back, and Northridge only had 1 player, and here comes Scholl back in the game as they continue.
That's the other reason you don't want to do it, because the dead ball gives them a chance to get Scholl back on the floor. And Scholl going right to work, right around Goheen for 2. She has 4. That's one of the things, the presence of Yater has allowed Scholl to be more of a ball-handling player this year. She doesn't have to just be down on the block, and she can show those kind of skills that are going to be attractive at the next level. Huss spinning in the lane. Goheen turns and misses. And the rebound tip to Walker of Northridge. Raiders can tie or take the lead. Walker throws up a prayer. It's not answered, and the ball hits the back of the backboard.
Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic in Granger is a family-focused practice that treats newborns to professional athletes and everyone in between. They offer high-level chiropractic care, digital x-ray diagnostics, and non-surgical spinal decompression. Google Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic to learn more.
Bricker chugging down water in front of the Warsaw bench. A lot of effort being expended by both these teams tonight despite the lack of scoring. Bricker has 20 of the 29 for Warsaw tonight. Zartman has only been able to score on free throws. She gets pursued from behind, ball knocked away, and Northridge gets the steal. And the ball out of bounds off Northridge. And Doug Springer really wants to know how a foul wasn't called there.
There was definitely some contact there, and Doug not getting the call there. Trying to plead his case. And here's the replay brought to you by Springer Dental Care.
We'll come back to live action now. Minute 15 to go here in the third. Alexis Neely on the dribble. Ambers fouls her from behind and picks up her third. And it'll send Alexis Neely, an 88% free throw shooter, to the foul line.
Reminder that our third quarter is brought to you by JBR Property Management, specializing in managing residential and commercial properties. But tonight they're specializing in cheering on Warsaw. Thank you, JBR Property Management.
So Neely going to the stripe. Honor student hits the first. She has 3 points tonight. And the wholesale substitutions continue here for the Northridge Raiders. It's almost like watching line changes on a hockey team. Neely hits them both. She has 4.
They're not going full 5 of 5, but it's close.
Riegsecker dribbling up the floor, guarded by Zartman. Riegsecker got around her, but a good switch off forces her to pitch it to Scholl. Scholl trapped on the baseline. Found the cutting Yater.
Got to pass it off.
She needs somebody and threw it away. Zartman coming the other way for Warsaw. Goes into Scholl. A foul called on Lily Scholl, her 4th.
Take a look at the replay brought to you by Springer Dental Care. She has to get rid of it. kind of forces it. It gets stolen away. Scholl coming back on defense. And Bricker, knowing the situation,
creates the contact
and makes it happen.
Zartman at the line, 1 of 2 tonight, and misses that one.
Excuse me, give credit to Zartman, obviously, the one that made the contact. Bricker gets enough credit. We don't have to give it to her when she's not the one that did it.
That is now 7 missed free throws for the Tigers tonight. Zartman, 1,511 points in her career, make it 15-12 as she gets that one. And Warsaw with a lead at 5. That's as big as it's been tonight for the Tigers. Raiders need to be able to make something happen so they can go into the fourth with a little bit of momentum. See if they hold for one shot. Looks like that's what Doug Springer wants. Yater gets down here on the block and sometimes gets stuck. Happened last time and happened this time. 3-second violation.
Well, and this time she didn't want to throw it into no man's land because last time it resulted in a turnover. And she's just asking her coach, what am I supposed to do in this situation?
Meanwhile, Lenny Krebs has to be pleased with his defense so far tonight.
Phenomenal. It's been phenomenal.
David Wayne, who is sitting to the right of Krebs as you looked at that picture, that's his defensive coordinator. David calls all the defenses for Warsaw. It's Bricker on the drive, going up strong, couldn't hit it, ball tipped away, and that's the way the third quarter ends here at the Tiger Den. Warsaw has won 27 in a row on their home court. Northridge has been able to hang around for 3 quarters, but can they get over the top? We'll go to the fourth with the Tigers up 5 on Sports Michiana.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Shopping for tires used to really rub me the wrong way. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's tire decision guide made it easy to find the right tires. Talk about secret sauce. You might ask, well, you bought them. Now how are you going to put them on? No problem. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose one that does mobile installation. A technician brought the tires right to my house. He's installing them now.
Almost finished, Herb. Take your time.
I'm just marinating. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Patrick, empowering outdoor enthusiasts since 1959. Time for a Patrick Sideline Report. Bo Hundt, what is Warsaw doing to Northridge that's causing so many offensive problems?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just the physicality of this game in general. I mean, both sides are being very physical, but Warsaw is doing a really good job of bodying up and not letting the playmakers get the ball like Jocelyn Bricker is every single time for Warsaw. The one big difference, 16 fouls for Northridge, only 7 for Warsaw.
22 points down for Bricker, and the lead as big as it's been for the Tigers tonight in the fourth quarter, brought to us by Weston Warren. Allie Ambers outside for Northridge. And a foul is a holding call that time against Reagan Huss, her third. We'll take another look on the Springer Dental Care replay at the steal and score.
Bricker making it look easy. When you swipe it in the backcourt like that, it becomes fundamentals right there to make it to go in.
Looked like the Angelo Pons last night for Indiana.
And again, we've talked about it a lot, but a lot of this separation has been because of Scholl being on the bench now with 4 fouls. And at what point do you decide you just have to risk it and put her in?
Ambers back outside to Yater. Northridge just has not had enough people that can beat Warsaw one-on-one off the dribble. Riegsecker trying to do it here against Zartman and got it to go. Wow! Wow! Hang a star on that one for a possible Big C Lumber play of the game.
That had an impossible angle, and she somehow got it to go. That was fabulous defense by Bricker.
Great spin that time by Riegsecker. Down to a 5-point game. Bricker going to work on Yater.
Northridge only has 6 points in the second half. And they've earned every bit of those 6 points. 4 from Scholl and then 2 from Riegsecker.
And then Bricker throws it away. Again, poor communication between Bricker and Zartman. And it was touched apparently by Northridge, and it's going to be Warsaw ball.
And I just read Doug Springer's lips. What happened?
He wanted the officials to get together and talk it over. And Darren Wagner says there's no need. I saw it. Now Bricker beats her player off the dribble and scores. And a timeout called by Warsaw. It's sponsored by Reichert and Nepp Record Service. 6:22 to go, and the Tigers by 7 on Sports Michiana.
Yes, I was just in a bad car accident. I need help.
I'm in a call center. How am I supposed to help you? Did you buy this insurance over the interweb?
Yes.
You think this can wait till after my lunch break?
No, your lunch can wait.
When this happens, you'll understand why it's important to have a local agent. The Lilliard Insurance Agency is just that agency. We're a local agency and we're here to take care of you. Call the Lilliard Agency today.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Michiana area? Call McInnes Realty, Michiana's fastest growing real estate company where service comes first, built on knowledge, care, and community. Through our Homes for Heroes program, we proudly give back to those who serve. Firefighters, law enforcement, EMTs, military, teachers, and healthcare workers, past or present, qualify for hero rewards when they buy or sell with us. Call McInnes Realty today at 574-271-3440.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless. Taking another look on our Springer Dental Care replay at the play at the end of this sequence, and that's where they're saying Yater tipped the ball out of bounds from Bricker. And the official down here, Darren Wagner, had it right away.
The ball does have a weird path out of bounds, so it is definitely possible that that happened.
7-point lead for the Tigers with 6:20 to go in this one.
You know who also probably had a good angle on that? Doug Springer. So he probably was pleading his case.
Ball knocked out of bounds here by Bricker.
That replay brought to you by Springer Dental Care, voted best dental provider in Elkhart County. Get back on track with all your dental needs. With 6 locations, schedule your next visit at springerdentalcare.com. Go Northridge.
Here's the job that Warsaw has done here in the second half. They have held the Raiders to just 6 points so far. Lily Scholl trying to change that, and Kyra Kaiser called for the foul, which draws a rather derisive Bronx cheer from the Northridge faithful.
And this will send Scholl to the free throw line for free throws, brought to you by West on Warren.
Lily, an 88% free throw shooter on the year.
You can head to West on Warren in Middlebury for a unique dining experience where good friends gather and memories are made. West on Warren open Tuesday through Saturday. Make your reservations today and go Raiders. West on Warren also sponsoring our fourth quarter.
6 points now for Scholl. She'll come out. Yater comes back in as the deficit gets cut to 5. Bricker will bring it across for the Tigers with 6 minutes left. She goes strong to the hole for 2 more. She has 26. What a show Jocelyn Bricker is putting on here. Riegsecker with a wild shot, but it draws contact, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Southwind Flooring is proud to support tonight's broadcast. Visit their showroom located in Shipshewana or online at southwindflooring.com. Southwind Flooring, the perfect foundation to your dreams. And the free throws here for Macy Riegsecker, brought to you by West on Warren.
Riegsecker, an 81% free throw shooter, committed to go to Bethel University for golf, where she was all conference last year.
Hey, one more shout out to our friends at Oak and Alley for feeding our crew tonight. Great burgers, chicken sandwiches, and fries. Check them out. Oak and Alley, craft burgers and beverages at 2308 Center Street in Warsaw.
Maybe they'd like to buy some pork from the Riegseckers because Macy does some 4-H swine. 38-32 in favor of the Tigers. Bricker directing traffic. Zartman going to work on Cam Conley. Lenny Krebs wants some movement from his offense. Bricker supplies it. 28 for Joslyn. And until Northridge can get stops, they can't get back in this one. And Walker lost it out of bounds. And guess who deflected it off of her? Jocelyn Bricker. Doug Springer wants a timeout. It's sponsored by Edward Jones advisor Aaron Scholl. 5:09 to go in this one. Warsaw trying to stay atop the NLC, up 8 on Sports Michiana.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by the Lillard Insurance Agency. They're real people with real service and real value. Chuck Freeby, Angelo, Carlo, Hundt back with you as you're looking at that Northridge huddle. Doug Springer trying to find a way for his team to come back in this one, trailing 40-32.
I just have been so impressed with the defense of Warsaw here tonight. Low-scoring game. People might look at the score and go, okay, the shooting's been a little off. Maybe it has. But I think the shooting's been off because of the pressure both defenses have put on their opponent here tonight. And I think that happens sometimes when you're facing top-notch opponents, you're facing arch rivals. They put that type of pressure on. And that's one of the few shots that Bricker's had inside that she's missed right there. And that will give Northridge a chance to go in the opposite direction. But Bricker says, I want it back.
Riegsecker will be called for a tackle in the backcourt. Fourth foul on Macy. The number of steals and deflections for Warsaw tonight. They had 6 steals coming into the fourth quarter, and they've had at least 2 in this stanza. Maybe 3.
And Scholl's been on the bench here for quite some time. See when she gets back in.
Bricker brings it up the floor again. Double team now. Gets it to the cutting Neely, but a timeout called by Lenny Krebs. It's sponsored by Reichert and Knepp Wrecker Service. 4:40 to go. Tigers still up 40-32 on Sports Michiana. This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Babsco, your trusted electrical distributor. Sports Michiana crew will be back here in the Tiger Den next Friday night for boys basketball action. The undefeated Goshen Redhawks, assuming they get past Elkhart Christian on Tuesday night, come in to take on Matt Moore's Warsaw Tigers. Goshen has not won in this building since 1987. Will that change on Friday night? Find out. We're on the air at 7:30 for the pregame, 7:45 tip-off.
Wonder if they were favored going into that game, because in the 80s, Warsaw was still pretty good, really good. So they might not have been, and so this is probably the first time in a really, really long time Goshen's the favorite coming into a game against Warsaw in the Tiger Den.
Meanwhile, the Tiger girls trying to go to 19-1 on the season, and Jocelyn Bricker has been the star tonight. But Alexis Neely tries to help the cause, misses the 3. Zartman there for the rebound. Zartman has not had a great shooting night, but she's done some other things that have helped the cause. And rebounding is one of them. Bricker makes a great catch in traffic, denied by Scholl, and it's out of bounds off Warsaw.
Scholl was very careful to avoid getting that fifth foul, made sure she did not make physical contact with Bricker, and got a full hand clean on the ball. Great job there by Scholl, keeping herself in the game.
4 minutes to go. Raiders down 8. Do they have a comeback in them tonight? Yater had a huge first half, hasn't scored here in the second half. Ambers lost the handle on it, lucky to get it back. Conley found Yater with a pass.
Wow. Even just making a pass to a teammate in the backcourt is, you got to work for it if you're the Raiders against this Warsaw defense.
Scholl using the handles, can't hit the layup. Rebound loose on the floor, and it's shoveled out to Zartman, and she's fouled right away by Jada Walker.
At OSMC, you're not just treated, you're cared for, guided from diagnosis through recovery with clarity and trust. Get the care you need when you need it. Visit OSMC.com or their Ortho Care Walk-In Clinic in Granger off University Drive. Not like I've not read that all year long.
Do they offer speech therapy?
Well, we might need that. Not like I've been doing this for my entire career or anything.
It happens. 3:05 to go. Warsaw by 8. Bricker can't hit on the three-pointer. Battle for the loose ball rebound controlled by Yater. Raiders have numbers. They need to take advantage of the break right here. Spinning move by Walker, but she missed the layup. And Warsaw had the ball on the floor, and Lenny Krebs called a quick timeout, sponsored by Reichert and Nepbrecker Service. We'll keep it right here. So Warsaw, as we take a look at the NLC standings, came into this game tied with Northridge atop the league at 3-0. Concord and Plymouth still hanging around. Concord hammered Goshen tonight. Plymouth lost a tough one to Mishawaka last night. So when you take a look at these standings, Warsaw's going to be sitting all alone atop the conference and looking as though they will win for this senior class 4 straight league titles.
Yeah, I mean, the standings are close on paper, but the separation between these two teams and the rest of the league is significant. So you would think whoever wins here tonight should be able to win out in conference play to win the NLC.
Now, you also have to remember these two will see each other in the same sectional down the road. It's a 5-team sectional with a good Elkhart squad in there that both of these teams have beaten, Concord and Goshen. So these two will once again be looked at as the favorites in that sectional.
It'll probably be the random draw. We'll put them on the Tuesday night instead of being the championship game. But we don't have to get into that philosophical debate about not seeding the sectionals.
Huss for 3. That's a dagger. It's sponsored by Parkview Sports Medicine. Reagan Huss, the transfer from Northridge, with 8 big points tonight for the Tigers.
You figured she was going to be extra motivated. She's played a really good game here for Warsaw.
And Scholl thought Ambers was going to cut all the way, and she didn't. And Northridge throws it away.
Sports Michiana's apparel is courtesy of our friends at It's Tops in Mishawaka. Clothes, office supplies, mugs. If you want to put your logo on something, odds are It's Tops can make it happen. Locally run since 1976, It's Tops gives you the personalized attention you deserve. Learn more at itstops.net.
The needle's starting to reach empty for both these teams as you get another look at that 3 from Huss on the Springer Dental Care replay. 2 minutes to go in this one. Tigers leading by 11. And they can start to feel that they're going to survive a great challenge from their local rival. Both teams this week talked about the intensity of this game, and now we've got an injured Tiger on the floor, and it's Reagan Huss. And she is holding her right leg. So while the two teams go to the bench, we'll take a break. 1:43 to go in this one. Warsaw by 11 on Sports Michiana.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Tom's Car Care Center, the Coffee Spot Cafe, and the Waterworks Car Wash. They're three great services in one great place. We're happy to report that Reagan Huss was able to get up and walk off under her own power. And so with 1:35 to go in this one.
And no noticeable limp. I think it was more that it hurt more than anything.
A missed three by Northridge, a steal by the Raiders, and a foul is called on Goheen. Kaylee Goheen picking up her first. Don't forget to stick with us after the game for the Ferret Custom Wolf postgame show, as we'll have our Reliance player of the game and our Big C Lumber play of the game.
No idea who that Reliance player of the game will be. That's a tough one. She might have 28 points here tonight.
That usually could be a tipping point right there. Speaking of tipping points, Zoe Yater lost her balance. The turnovers mounting for Northridge. They have only scored 9 points in the second half thanks to a suffocating Warsaw defense. And the Tigers maybe didn't look like the number one team in the state tonight, but Northridge had something to do with that too, as a foul is called on Allie Ambers, and that's her fourth. It is only the third team foul on Northridge, so Warsaw will inbounds, but Raiders now have to kind of be choosy as to who fouls because Amber, Scholl, and Rieksecker all have 4. Bricker taking her time against the trap, had it knocked away, and who got it? Foul is called. No, an over and back is called against Warsaw. So Northridge gets it back, trailing by 11 with 54 seconds left. Here's Scholl on the drive, trying to get into the paint against Kaiser, who bodied her up well and then gets the defensive rebound. Terrific defensive possession for Kyra Kaiser.
Great to chat with her before the game. One of our Student Athletes League presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets.
The Tiger faithful coming to their feet. Bricker gets mugged by Rieksecker, and that'll be the 5th on Mason. The diminutive Northridge point guard played her heart out tonight. 7 points. But she'll have to leave in favor of Jada Walker. That's only the 4th foul on Northridge, so Warsaw will inbound underneath their own basket. The inbounds pass to Kaiser, and she gets rid of it quickly because Warsaw doesn't need to score anymore. They just need to run some clock. And Doug Springer has called off the Dogs. Not going to try to foul. Going to see this one end with the Warsaw Tigers winning their 28th consecutive game here at the Tiger Den and their 33rd in a row in Northern Lakes Conference play. Final score tonight, Warsaw 43, Northridge 32. Great sportsmanship on both sides tonight. These two teams giving their all. You can just see the exhaustion on the faces of some of the players, the emotion from some of the Northridge players. And I bet you these two teams will probably get together at midcourt for some sort of prayer, because that really means a lot to both these programs.
We saw this happen in the sectional championship game between Northridge and Warsaw last year on the boys' side, and now we see it as well here on the girls' side.
Wonderful moment here inside the Tiger Den as these two teams gather at midcourt. Both of these teams with strong faiths, and they get together to give glory to God for what has happened here tonight on this basketball court.
And we saw that pregame as well when we talked to both student athletes, Conley and Kaiser, both talking about the importance of faith in their lives.
Hugs being given on both sides. We will go downstairs in just a moment when we get a chance to talk to our Reliance player of the game. Jocelyn Bricker has her teammates gathered around her right now to have a little huddle on the floor. And we will go downstairs to Bo Hundt, who has the Reliance player of the game, 28 points tonight for Jocelyn Bricker.
Rough one tonight. Very physical out there. You knew coming in that this was going to be a very physical game. Just talk about the two teams and how physical it was out there.
It was super physical. We know that this matchup is always going to be intense, but I think this year was definitely another level in the physicality. But props to them. They played so hard. Great defensive battle both ways. So, yeah.
It's one of those games where nothing's really kind of going in sync. How do you guys work through that?
Yeah, we just had to keep being aggressive, keep trying to stay on our stuff. They were really good defensively. And again, yeah, it was super physical. So, yeah, it was a little messy at times. Not our best flow of the game, but we stayed with it, kept competing, and, yeah, stayed the course and ended up on top. So
everybody talks about both you guys' offenses, but as the defenses tonight got it done, and you guys both have really good defenses.
For sure, we knew it was going to be a defensive battle. I don't know if we knew it would be like this. But, yeah, props to them again. Great defensive battle. Fun game, just competitive. So
you guys know you're going to see them again in sectional. Just thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's always fun to see them again. Changing things up the next time around and learning from it. But they're a great team, well coached, fun to play against, great competitors.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Back to you guys.
So the Butler commit, Jocelyn Bricker, with 28 points tonight to lead the way for the Warsaw Tigers, a 43-32 victory. Time now for our Big C Lumber play of the game. Could have done a lot of layups from Jocelyn Bricker. Instead, we took a layup from the other side and Macy Rieksecker.
Yeah, this was a very good look as you take a look at the Big C Lumber big play of the game. Rieksecker going inside, drives in for the bucket. Our Big C Lumber big play of the game. Macy Rieksecker, and point guard fouled out here tonight, but had a great effort all around for the Raiders, and certainly she'll be back and wanting to use this game as motivation come sectional time.
Not the sharpest performance for Warsaw tonight by any means. They only shot 38% from the field, just 2 of 8 from three-point range. Brooks Zartman was off tonight. Bricker carried the way. But as Bo emphasized in that post-game interview, their defense was outstanding.
Well, I think both offenses were off kilter because of the play of the defenses on each side. But when you can beat the number 13 team in the state without Brooks Zartman hitting a three-pointer, the number 1 three-point shooter in the state, that shows you how good you are in the fact that you can get it done in other ways. And this is a really deadly team that can get it done in all facets. You know, last night we were talking about Indiana football, and what's better, their offense or their defense? It's very similar with Warsaw. What's better, the offense or the defense? It's hard to say.
Reagan Huss stepped up big for Warsaw tonight, too. 8 points, hit a couple of three-pointers against her former teammates. When you take a look at Northridge, 14-5, what do you think the biggest positive Doug Springer takes from this one is?
Well, you hung with the number 1 team in the state for the better part of the entire game. I think the final score, not indicative of how good of a game and how close of a game this is. I think the big thing is Lily Scholl is going to have to stay out of foul trouble if these two teams meet again in the postseason for Northridge to have a chance. When she was in the game, this was a tight 2-point game either way. When she was out of the game, that's when Warsaw was able to do their damage.
That will do it for our Farrett Custom Reforming post-game show and our coverage of this one tonight. Our thanks to our Sports Michiana crew who helped bring you this one. Led by the G-Man, Gary Martin. He had Chris Skibby and Josh Kellogg in the truck with him tonight. And then we brought out the hardened veterans on the camera. guys like Jason Mumaw, Russ Natusco, and Michael Weens. Great to have these guys working with us at Sports Michiana. We hope you, the viewer, appreciate their efforts, and we look forward to bringing you more action from the Tiger Den, this time on the boys' side. Next Friday night, we'll be here as the undefeated Goshen Redhawks, ranked number 9 in Class 4A, come calling on Matt Moore's Warsaw Tigers. We're on the air with the pregame at 7:30, the tip-off at 7:45, and we do hope you'll join us then. Now from my broadcast partners, Angelo, Carlo, and the Hall of Famer Bo Hundt, it's Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final. Warsaw 43, Northridge 32. The preceding has been a presentation of Sports Michiana. So long from Lake City. Michiana High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Tony Letcher Health Markets, Tire Rack, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Big C Lumber, Ferret Custom Roll Forming, McInnes Realty, Patrick, Reliance, the Lulliard Insurance Agency, the St. Joseph County Police Department, Babsco, Tom's Car Care Center, and these great sponsors.